First thing I want to do is just butter the pan. It's a 9-inch round cake pan. I just use the wrapper from the butter. Just put some flour in, toss it around. And to ensure that there's not too much flour in the pan, we're just going to tap it out in the sink. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to start on the cake. So the first thing you need is 6 tablespoons of room temperature butter. Not just softened, I actually leave it out overnight. It makes a huge difference in how light the cake comes out. I need 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. Just gonna put that on. And now for the dry ingredients. I'm just gonna sift them together. I need 1 1/4 cups of flour. I need 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm just going to sift these together. Okay, next thing I need is 2 eggs. I use extra large eggs, room temperature for the same reason as the butter. Keeps the cake really light. Always break them on the countertop rather than on the bowl so you don't get little shards of eggshell. Okay, let's see how this is doing. So the butter and the sugar are really nice and light and fluffy. I'm going to add the eggs one at a time. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. The key here is just making sure everything's incorporated really well. And some lemon zest. About like a 1/2 teaspoon, but maybe half a lemon. Okay, that should do it. 2/3 of a cup of sour cream. Give it a little richness. Just smooth it out. And now on low speed, I'm going to put all the flour in, and the flour and baking powder and baking soda. This is the point where you really can overbeat it, so just do it slowly. Make sure it's just mixed. Smells good. I can smell the lemon and the vanilla. That's it, just a quick stir. I'm going to finish it with a spatula. So I'm just going to stir it. Make sure the bottom of the bowl is well mixed in. Perfect. Okay, now blueberries. About a cup of blueberries. And I'm just going to stir them in so they don't get smushed in, so they're whole. It's beginning to look like a blueberry crumb cake. Just pour it into the pan. And then what I'm going to do is I'm making a streusel for the top. So it's not only just a light, moist cake underneath, it's also got a nice crunch from the streusel. So smooth out the top. Okay, so the first thing for the streusel is I need some butter. I'm just gonna let that melt while I collect the other ingredients. I need 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. So this is going to be like a crumbly, crunchy top, which will be really delicious. Now I need 1 1/3 cups of flour. Okay, now I'm just going to mix all this together and then crumble it with my hands. So it's wonderful, moist cake underneath. And sort of the crunchy, crumbly streusel on the top. Reminds me of cakes my grandmother used to get in Brooklyn. See how nice and crumbly this gets? It's just so old-fashioned. And I'm just going to crumble it right on the top. And then when it bakes, it's going to be really crunchy and have lots of flavor with cinnamon and nutmeg, a little brown sugar. The perfect finale for a little duck salad. Okay, into the oven, 350 degrees for about 40 to 50 minutes. And when it comes out, I'm going to go shopping for ingredients for the duck salad.